Today on Family Matters.
The main problems are my little brothers. They're a nightmare. My mum can't deal with the family at all, to be honest.
When you're in the middle of the tornado, what is it you start to feel?
Like my head's going to explode, being completely out of control of the situation. I can't deal with it. I've had a difficult time.
What are you going to do?
Sort my drinking out.
But you haven't done, though, have you?
You haven't done
You know, you
anything.
keep saying you're going to try, and all it's doing is ruining your opportunity and robbing you of fatherhood.
Mum doesn't listen to any input I have.
Well, hopefully she will today, because that's why we're here, so why don't you start?
I think she's just at the end of her tether. She just can't cope anymore.
Mum, give up with your mother.
And they just will not do as she tells them to do.
I need you to come up with some answers here today.
Tell me I'm not laughing.
I feel like just walking out at door. I feel like they're better off for someone else. Let someone do a better job than I can.
When are you going to start to listen to the women in your life who are trying to help you to help your kids? Hello and welcome to the show. 21-year-old Jasmine has contacted the show because she doesn't think her mum can cope bringing up her younger siblings. And Jasmine is tired of playing mum and thinks it's time for her own mum to step up.
The main problems are my little brothers. They're a nightmare.
Now let go of him, Harvey. You're hurting. Let go of him.
They fight.
You're strangling him.
They're aggressive, violent, stubborn.
No, I won't let you have your football back.
I've tried to help my mum by having the boys over here at my place.
Excuse me? No, I don't think so.
It's got to the point where I can't have them both together. I'll only have them one at a time. I can't handle them myself here.
No. Thank you.
My mum can't deal with the family at all, to be honest.
No, stop that, please.
She's what you would call a hothead. She's always stressed.
Jazz, I don't even know what's what here.
She thinks that I should help more, but I don't see what I can do when it's her that needs to change things.
I'm getting nowhere fast. You're going to be punished in a minute. I don't know what to do, but you're going to be punished in a minute. The main problems in my family are with the boys, Harvey and Archie. Come on, please. Good boy. They cannot get along. They're disruptive. They fight. They really hurt each other. Jazz thinks it's all my fault that they're like this.
I don't think that I should have to deal with my little brother's temper tantrums or fights. I don't think that's a big sister's job.
What are you doing, Archie? Stop it. I feel like Jasmine blames me too much for what's going on now, because I give 110% to all my kids.
I think my mum doesn't know how to deal with it. She doesn't know how to cope, and she needs to be taught some lessons herself.
I just feel like giving up, really.
Welcome to the show, a pair of you. I clearly see that you believe you give 110% to your family, yet, Jasmine, you're highly disappointed when I watched that tape with the lack of authority and organisation your mum has. Have you ever had a chance to actually just talk to your mum about what you believe she does need to do in order to create more organisation and more calm in the home?
Not really. Mum doesn't listen to any input I have.
Well, hopefully she will today, because that's why we're here, so why don't you start?
I think that you need to be more persistent with them. You need to have more boundaries. You need to have more willpower, basically, with them.
So what's a difficult day like?
Well, it's difficult if Harvey's about. If Harvey's not about, then the other kids, I can deal with the other kids.
Just explain to me a difficult day. What's a difficult day for you, so I can get a picture?
When he gets up and refuses to get out of bed, you know, that sort of thing.
Yes.
And he'll just do stuff like he'll get in the bath. It'll take me an hour to get him in the bath. He'll get in the bath and he'll just lay there like that and won't touch the soap, and he'll just do anything he can. Basically, it's almost like a wind-up. It's all a wind-up. It's all, you know, a game. He'll just do anything he can to sort of to go against the grain, I suppose, to just do what he wants to do all the time. He doesn't listen to what anybody says. I try. Of course I try and give boundaries. Of course I do.
So your son, when he doesn't want to do something you're asking him to do, he won't do it. But if it's something he wants to do, he's capable of being able to do that.
Yeah, if it's what he wants to do, yeah.
OK, let's go to tape.
The oldest, Harvey, he swears constantly at my mum, at me. He's constantly hitting Archie, the 5-year-old.
No, Harvey!
Leave him alone!
My brothers have no respect for my mum's house at all. Harvey's kicked doors, broken doors. He'll go in his room and smash up his room. The other day they had a food fight.
No!
They just really don't respect the house at all.
Your sister's there!
Harvey rules the roost in my house.
No!
Daisy does get caught in the crossfire. I have to have eyes in the back of my head. I have to remove her from the room constantly when Archie and Harvey start fighting. At dinner time, it can be dreadful. I don't eat a lot of the time, although I should sit down with them and eat. But to be fair, it is so stressful. I'm so running around trying to stop the boys from killing each other.
All right, Daisy, hang on.
When the boys fight, it can get really, really dangerous.
Daisy.
It's frightening and it's hair-raising. Harvey will slam dunk Archie.
No!
It just gets more and more dangerous. Inevitably, it's Archie that does get hurt.
Careful, Daisy, Harvey.
The worst thing that Harvey's done is I had to call an ambulance one day because he knocked Archie out. That was really scary, a real wake-up call.
Why does that tape have you very emotional right now?
Because I don't like watching it.
Because why?
Because it's sad, it's horrible watching it all, you know? I want them to get along, I want them to be happy, we should be happy, you know? Not like that, it's like World War III. We're the same family, we should get along. We don't. You know, and I can't deal with it, I find it difficult to handle.
When you're in the middle of the tornado, what is it you start to feel?
Like my head's going to explode. I don't know.
OK. What about your breathing?
Yeah, I just breathe heavily and quick, very quick. My heart starts pounding.
So like hyperventilating?
Yeah, sort of, yeah.
OK, what about your body heat? Do you start to get hot, cold?
Yeah. Yeah, I get hot a lot and just, you know, agitated and just, yeah.
Is it a feeling of in control, out of control?
Out of control. Being completely out of control of the situation.
Has your mum changed over the last 2-3 years?
She's got quite depressed, I think, over it. There's been times where she's picked me up like this. She says she's at her breaking point, but she's always been a stress head.
I think it's wonderful that you can be honest because we're here to be able to help your mum. I want to be able to help your mum. And in order to do that, it means that we've got to be honest. We've just got to be open to hear the truth in order to get there.
Everything I say, Mum just says, you're not here enough. That's just, she doesn't take any of my advice at all. For example, this morning, Harvey's behaviour last night was disgusting. We got up this morning and Mum started going on about it to Harvey. And all I said was, Mum, don't drag it on, like it's a new day, sort of thing. Straight away, oh, you wouldn't know, you're like at my throat. So they don't take any of my advice. So it's hard for me to say anything.
What would you say is the top 3 skills, life skills, your mum needs to learn herself so that she can be a better parent to the boys right now?
Stability and routine. Confidence in herself, I think. Strength in herself.
What did your daughter just say? What did she say you needed?
Stability. I can't remember what else.
Can't remember?
No.
There's a reason why you can't remember. Carry on. Anything else?
I don't know.
You didn't hear that?
No, what?
Stability. What else?
You didn't listen.
I did listen, Jasmine, but...
Can't you not repeat it then?
Well, no, not all of it, no. It's too
Why?
much. I've got too much going in, that's why.
You're not listening. You're not focused, you're not listening.
I'm trying.
I am trying.
Oh, no one's denying that in your head you think you're trying, but you're not listening.
It was difficult because, like I said, I didn't think it would be like this. I didn't think Jasmine would come on stage and just criticise me constantly. I thought there'd be help with the kids, if you know what I mean, like advice and help. I didn't think you'd just be jumping down my throat and doing that.
I'm not. I'm being honest, but...
But like I say, you're not at home for weeks at a time, Jasmine. How do you know what our
What was
routine
the
is?
point of me coming here then?
Well, yeah, but I'm
What
just...
did you want me to do? Just sit here and what?
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
So you have a little one, right?
Yeah.
Daisy?
Yeah.
With your ex-partner, Clinton?
Yeah.
Right. I'd like to meet him. Let's look at the tape.
I've been with Sarah now for about 5 years on and off.
Clinton's here.
On average, I might come round here 2 evenings a week to see Daisy, or I might take Daisy to my mum and dad's.
He's a nice enough man when he's sober.
Clinton, she's talking to you. She's talking to you.
Yeah.
I don't think Clinton helps at all with the children. He's like mum. I don't think he knows what the right thing to do is.
Archie and Harvey, I'm not their father. They know that. I mean, deep down, they're like, oh, well, yeah, you're just my mum's boyfriend.
He favouritised Daisy and Archie over Harvey.
She's my daughter, which at the end of the day, she is my flesh and blood. Nice. I'm worried about what Daisy sees and she picks up, because, to be honest, all she knows is rough playing, rough fighting.
Let's go. Harvey, what do you think is right?
It seriously is, I know that. Even listening to it now makes me want to now, seriously, just can't be bothered anymore.
I want you to let go of him, please. Now let's go of him.
Hi, Clinton, welcome. Is that how you feel most times?
It just seems that Sarah's got a lot of pressures on her. I mean, she's got them from the boys, she's got them from Jasmine, she's got them from me, she's got them from Daisy.
What does she have from you?
Sometimes, I mean, I've overstepped the mark and I've drunk a bit too much, and then, like, obviously she can't deal with us all, you know what I mean? I mean, everyone's got all their little issues, haven't they? You know what I mean?
It's not sometimes, is it?
No. So,
Well, hold on a minute. So, do you want to explain that, or do you?
Still to come on Family Matters.
What are you going to do?
sort of drinking out.
But you haven't done, though, have you?
You haven't done
You know, you keep
anything.
saying you're going to try, and it's all it's doing is ruining
Yeah.
your opportunity and robbing you of fatherhood.
Well, I'll do like a drink, to be honest.
That's the
It's
reason why
sad.
we're not together at the moment, and that's the reason why he lives back with his parents, is because he's got a drink issue.
You do have a drink problem.
Yeah.
And are you getting help for that?
No, not
You drink every day?
Near enough every day now again, yeah. It's just a habit, to be honest, that I need to break out the habit and be more supportive for Sarah, to be honest, you know.
But if you drink all the time and it has an impact on your family around you, then it's a problem.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. You know,
Has that made it worse? I mean, you know, as having Clinton come home drinking as well, just added on top of everything else?
Completely, 100%. Clinton's has made it a million times worse, and the boys are 100% worse, you know.
So what do you want?
Well, I just want everything to sort out. I mean, well, obviously, if the stress gets out of the house with the kids' behaviour, I mean, my drinking will obviously slow down and stop. I mean, it is just...
No. How do you work out that your drinking will get better if the kids get better? That's a problem you've got yourself.
That's it, but
that you need to work out. That's an issue that you need to sort out.
But I wouldn't drink because I wouldn't be stressed. I wouldn't be drinking.
No. You can't blame the children for your drinking problem.
No,
As a grown man, you have to resolve that yourself.
I'm not blaming for it.
You're saying it makes you more
When you're
stressed.
angry and you say it's your fault and the kids' fault that I
I've heard
drink.
you say that so many times.
But many times when I was with Sarah, the kids was that much stress that you would just think, up a beer, just relax, just chill out.
Well, no,
But
most
like you
drinkers
say-
will find an excuse to have a drink for anything.
Yeah, exactly.
The sky's blue, have a drink. The sun's
it.
not out, have a drink.
That's it.
You know, let's be honest here.
But we also got to be
Clinton went
honest.
for a meeting, didn't you, about a month ago, and he went drunk to one of those meetings, yeah?
Drunk.
You were... Yes, you were.
2 beers.
But obviously, the
We're
drink
Yeah.
has put you in a place where you've wanted to not have that relationship. So how does it work with you both being committed with the kids?
I'm the only one struggling, there for the kids every day, 24 hours a day, you know, trying to get them better.
That's it. I know, but I mean, it is stressful. It is stressful for yourself.
Let's take a look at this tape, because I had a chance to meet Harvey, and he had a few things to say and all. So what could I do for you today, talking to your family? What does your mum need help with?
Keeping control of us.
Is that what she says to you?
Yeah, we're out of control. Me and my mum arguing, like she tells me not to fight with Archie, and then I say no because he's got something in mind, and then it just gets into a big argument.
Right. So you're just trying to get your stuff back?
Yeah.
And does your mum ever argue with you about things that you're doing with your younger siblings?
Yeah.
So what are the things that you do that you know you shouldn't be doing?
Fighting.
Right. So what makes you do that then? Why do you even go there and fight with your younger siblings?
Because we watch the things like WWE, we watch that and we play it and then we take it into real life.
Oh, so you want to start wrestling?
Yeah.
Do you play much video games or anything like that?
Yeah.
So what do you have to do in your video games?
Kill people.
You know when you watch your mum and she gets all, she gets all irritated and she gets all angry when you're playing up. What do you think mum could do a little bit less of that would help?
Screaming and shouting.
Right. Well, I'm going to go and meet your family now and catch up with them and see what they have to say.
Yeah.
Nice speaking to you.
Yeah.
Take care. Bye. Explain that, obviously, you get very stressed out and shout and find that difficult between the pair of them. And he says that a lot of the things that he wants to do are like the video games that he plays, and he wants to wrestle and...
Yeah, we didn't have any technology in my house till Clinton turned up. Sorry, but it's true. I couldn't afford technology, and he brought all these games in. Like, I've never, I don't know what they are.
Bring older games in.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean.
So are there any kind of sort of regulations and rules then when they are just sort of copying all the video games that they're watching?
No, there's no regulations.
Because it would help. Like any professional sport, there are rules. There are rules. And it would help you immensely to be able to do that with him so that he can rough and tumble with his brother, but at the same time recognise that if he, doesn't stick to those rules, that's not an option.
Yeah, we have sort of tried that, but Harvey has to take it to the extreme. It just goes to the extreme every time, I try and keep them in separate rooms.
What do you need from your daughter so that it will encourage you to stay on a path of being able to stay really positive about managing the boys?
I just need to back off a little bit with the criticism sometimes, when it's all happening. Or
Mum or Clinton don't take any criticism from me because I haven't got kids and I'm not there with it all 24/7. That's just their excuse for everything. So I'm not allowed to have a say, and probably when we leave here, they'll probably both have a go at me.
No, you won't.
Everything that I say.
Won't.
I would ask you to think about how you deliver what you see is going wrong, because I think it would just make a difference in how your mum receives that. So just having a little bit more tact, and less tone with how you deliver it.
They don't
would
listen,
help.
that's why. I've been saying this for like 2 years and they don't listen, neither of them. They argue, so...
But how you deliver it's got nothing to do with whether she's listening or not, because that's about what you do.
That's the point, it's got to. This is the point that I've got to have to argue with them about it.
Well, no, I wouldn't. That's the point I'm trying to say. I would deliver tactfully what you feel could help your mum and leave it at that. This is not about you arguing. This is about your mum learning how to handle her sons, OK? Because what I want you to do is have a healthy relationship with your mum where you can tactfully let her know where she could be encouraged and play that role. Not the disciplinarian, not the person who was supporting your mum when Clinton was in and out drinking, not drinking, but for you to play the daughter role, the daughter that you are. Can we go to the tape, please?
My mum and Clinton's relationship has really gone downhill because of the boys' behaviour. Whenever the children row or play up, they'll row as well, and it will normally end badly.
I can't let you go, Archie, in case you... No, I'm being a mum to these kids is pretty soul-destroying. Come on, you're being silly now. I find myself crying sometimes and really upset, really down, feeling like there's no hope and that I'm never going to be able to sort them out.
At the end of the day, it just feels like it's not worth it. It just feels like we're not getting nowhere, nothing gets achieved, you know what I mean? There's no happiness anymore. So all you're doing on the camera is running me down the ground.
Well, not really.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest, Clinton.
Yeah.
And I have been honest to you, and you know that. Any adult or any person around me, if they don't give as much as what I do or care enough, then I don't really want them around, basically.
If Joe can help, then fair play, but I honestly think she's going to retire after this one. She's going to say, I've had enough. I've never met kids like it.
So, looking at that tape, there's a lot of situations that I feel you could nip in the bud. When you're holding on to them, you're dragging on to them, you need to just make that decision. Be very decisive about that. I'm going to ask you to step back from that situation physically, okay, when it's happening, so that you can make a very decisive action plan and actually put it into place. You kind of get caught up in that whole drama of it, and then the kids run rings around you, and you actually need to be more focused. When you actually see the behaviour happening, you need to be able to come in with your game plan and actually move out of your way from the windowsill, or actually, when you're splitting the children up, make sure that they actually know what's expected from them. You get caught up in the whole emotional turmoil of it, which I think is a huge problem for you. What are you going to do?
Me? I'm going to sort my drinking out and try and make it better, try and get a bit more support.
You've been saying that for years.
But you haven't done that, have you?
You haven't done
You know, you
anything.
keep saying you're going to try, and then you go round and you create more pandemonium, you create more stress, and then that stress builds up on top of literally the boys being dealt with every day. I mean, in all fairness, you can't expect Daisy to be in your company if really she knows that you're going to be drinking. I mean, why would she do that?
That's it, yeah.
Why would she put a young child in your care, father or not, if
I
you're
won't be
out
drinking
drinking?
when I'm with her.
The reality is why you continue to have this drinking problem, all it will do is detach you from the family. Emotionally detach you as well. There'll be no relationship. No relationship.
No, that's it.
Right, so here's the point. You can't control what decision you make or what you choose to do. You can't control you making the choice whether you're going to carry on and drinking, but what you can control is your home, your sanctuary, the place where your boys and you live and creating that harmony. So you need to get strong with respects to not compromising yourself. It's as simple as that. If you choose to let Clinton in when he's slurring and he's drinking, you become the problem yourself. You're creating the problem if you do that. You've got to be in control of that.
Clinton doesn't turn up slurring.
No.
He turns up normal. Then 20 minutes, half hour later, he's slurring and he's hiding it.
He does that how many times a week, and you're still here.
And that's my point. If he's done it on Monday and he did it on Thursday, are you really not going to think that he's not going to do that on Sunday?
Yeah, I'm with you now.
He has a behaviour pattern. You know it. So the reality is, the ball's in your court with being able to do that.
Oh, yeah.
And I really hope you do.
Yes,
because, I think you'd be surprised at the better man that you could be. The better man in this relationship.
Definitely going to be a lot more patient.
You could be. Because all that's doing is ruining. It's doing is ruining your opportunity and robbing you of fatherhood, robbing you of having that connection, because your daughter needs you. Can I ask you to work on you? Because you do need to learn how to just step out for a moment and just calm your own emotions, okay? You do need to learn how to listen more. And what I'm saying is this. If you can use eye contact and listen and wait until somebody's finished, take a moment to collect your thoughts and then talk. You're not going to be desperately trying to feel like you've got to get out what you've got to say and not hear what somebody is saying to you. A lot of the characteristic traits right now that we've got going on with Harvey, you need to learn to do yourself as well. All right? And that's why it's difficult for you. Please be encouraging in a tactful way, okay? I hope that there's not any kind of altercation when we leave here, because the truth of the matter is, I do truly believe,
she's a really good girl,
I do truly believe, you've wanted to come here, you want to make things better, okay? She loves you. That's why she asked. But she could be here with the family.
And the kids adore her. Their big sister.
She wants you to do well, okay? And I hope you sort yourself out.
I'm watching from your own sake and Daisy's sake and everyone's sake, to be honest.
Can we go home in a better frame of mind in knowing what we need to do to put this right? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Still to come on Family Matters.
I think she's just at the end of her tether. She just can't cope anymore.
I need you to come up with some answers here today.
I'm not laughing. I feel like just walking out a door. I feel like they're better off for someone else. Let someone do a better job than I can.
What's going on here? What's going on between the pair of you?
Don't know how much more I can take.
Do you know what to do? Do you know what she needs? There is a young, innocent child who is caught in the middle of all of this. and I've got to put the thing down that I don't go anywhere. It's just too stressful. Just upset. I just need it to get better. I don't think the problem's the kids. I really don't. I think the parents have got to put their ideas up. It's good you're here today because today you don't have to run anymore. My next guest today, Becky, contacted the show because she desperately needs help with her two unruly boys, Denali and Romeo. Grandmother Karen says that Becky has let the boys get away with their bad behaviour for far too long, which is now having a very destructive impact on their family life.
My relationship with the boys at the moment is I dread them coming home from school, I dread bedtime. It just wears me out.
But Denali, get out of the fridge! I think she's just at the end of her tether. She just can't cope anymore. Romeo, come on, you up with your mother. They're just too demanding, they're clinging off her all the time. But they don't listen to her. They think she's a joke.
They hit me, they throw things at me.
They just laugh at her. And they just will not do as she tells them to do.
No, let's draw.
I don't think they see me as a mother.
Sorry. I'm not laughing. It's late and it's bedtime now. It's time to go to sleep. Get out of the shower.
They run the rules, they run things and I don't, and I know I should be the boss of the house.
Romeo, I'm not laughing.
She don't want to discipline them, she don't want to be hard with them because she thinks they'll love her less.
I feel absolutely exhausted and worn out, emotionally, physically. It's draining. I've reached breaking point and if I don't get Joe's help, that's it. It's the last chance I've got.
Welcome to the show. Becky, why is it a problem? And how long has it been a problem for?
A long time, massive problem.
Single parent, right?
Yeah.
Raising the kids. How tough is that for you?
Very tough. I always think if I had one, would it be so much easier than two together?
Did you feel sorry for yourself? Did you feel angry that you were left on your own?
Angry that we're left on my own.
Angry. Okay. How did you handle this?
It's difficult and I just tried to help as much as I could. I'd go around and help her at bedtimes and try and help her with the boys, but I do things and then she don't follow it through.
What's she doing wrong?
Not firm enough with them. She don't give them boundaries. She gives in to them and she's buying their affection all the time because she feels guilty.
I feel guilty.
What do you feel
I'm not having a
guilty
dad
about?
in the life and that I've let him down and I've failed. I want to be able to do it myself without...
I want to go to the tape. I want to see this tape.
I think Mum blames me for the way the boys are because I don't discipline them, I don't follow through with things. They send it a bit more tougher with them.
Come away,
You're not climbing up anywhere. I'm going to make a drink.
I take away things and tell the children that they can't have them and then she gives them them.
I give in half at time just for a quiet, easy life.
Becky uses me as a threat to the children to make them behave and it makes me sad and it upsets me that she does this because I want to be the nice nana and I want to do nice things with the boys. I don't want to be used like that. Let's go. Come on.
I dread bedtimes. Bedtime's the worst time.
I want you in bed now.
They don't get the jams on from me. They scream and carry on. As soon as the telly goes off, they start.
They'll come downstairs and pester her that much that she goes back upstairs and turns the TV back on. I think Becky feels guilty because she can't cope herself. She's still my daughter and I want to help her. And I don't want her to be sad and I don't want her to cry on the phone every day. I want her to be happy and enjoy the boys.
Where are we at right now? How bad's it got?
Bad. I feel like just walking out the door. I feel like they're better off with someone else. Let someone do a better job than I can. They just throw things. They just rule the rules to do what they want. They help themselves to want. They don't listen to me. They won't. I tell them no, and it just means nothing.
So what do you really need?
Them to listen to me and go to bed and a routine and to be strong and firm. I just don't know how to get out of this all what I'm in and how to do it.
Why has your mum got into this role now of being a disciplinarian, why is it that your mum is in that place of now feeling, as a grandmother wanting to help her daughter, feeling like the bad cop, now feeling like, actually, I've got to do it, I've got to instill the responsibilities, because if I don't, my daughter won't.
I'm just so soft with my heart. I just give in too easily.
How does that make you feel?
It's sad. It's sad and it's depressing, because when Becky picks them up and brings them to my house, she can be outside.
In actual fact, don't tell me. In actual, don't tell me. Tell your daughter, because truthfully, as a mother, you need to listen. You have your mum around, but you really just need to listen to what your mum's saying.
When you bring the boys round and you drop the boys off and you come in, the boys are still in the car because they don't want to come in. No, please don't, please don't. So then I have to go out and drag them in so that you can go to work, because they won't come in for you. And that's awful that they don't want to come to my house.
I know. I don't want to go to Mum's, don't want to go to Gemma's, want to stay at home with Mum, because Mum lets them do what they want.
So why are you putting your mum in that place?
Because I don't want to be a bad one.
What do you mean you don't want to be a bad one?
I don't want to be a mean one.
You don't want to be the mean one? All right.
But I know I have to be. I know.
You don't want to be the mean, because you think that just doing what you're supposed to do as a mother would be mean?
Yeah.
It's not. It's just being a mum. It's not being mean.
I know, and like Gemma says, they won't think any less of you at morning, you know, and I know myself that, but...
Let's meet Gemma.
At time, I feel like...
Gemma's your sister, right?
It's not like me, yeah.
Let's meet Gemma.
Oh, yeah. Now, and it's dangerous.
The boy's behaviour towards me is sometimes to punch me, kick me.
Don't kick me, please.
If I'm saying no and they want something, but they haven't heard, I'll say no, so they don't like it, so obviously they'll kick.
Let's go and have something to do. You're not having it.
I can't go to my sister's house and go sit and have a cup of tea and talk to her with the boys because of how they are.
You can kick me all you want, Romeo, you're not getting it.
As my sister, me and Becky do get on a lot. I think it's the boys that come between us. I'm telling them all the time, telling her what she has to do and stuff, and I don't really like it because it interferes, and I know that I shouldn't really interfere.
Right, she'll take it out, put them on stand. Come on.
My discipline to the boys is a lot better than Becky's. I think she lets them get away with too much.
You'll be good. You know Auntie Gemma will give you the head, won't I?
Yeah, it breaks my heart that my sister's like this, and I think that it should be a better person herself if she got the help that she needs.
Hi, Gemma. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I mean, I'm just hearing you there on the tape talking about your relationship with your sister and how you used to get on really well and be very, very close. But can you tell your sister the impact that this has had on your relationship as sisters? Because it's not the same anymore, is it?
No.
Because of really you being a soft touch.
And obviously I've got to step in and do the honours of telling them off, and I think that they play against us both and they make it worse for us. We can't sit down and talk together and have a conversation. No matter what she says to these boys, they're never, ever going to believe what she says because she doesn't stick to it. She says no, and then half an hour later, they know they're going to get it.
Why would they believe you if you talk a good talk but you can't walk one?
Still to come on Family Matters.
When are you going to start to listen to the women in your life who are trying to help you to help your kids? Talk about your own relationship as sisters. Like, did you used to hang out together?
House on fire, yeah.
Right, so how does that affect you? Because it's got to, dealing with the kids, you know, it's got to have some impact then of how you feel about your sister. You love her, but it's got to have some impact.
I do love her, do you know what I mean? Love her to bits, but obviously we do get on, but we just...
Can't go around to your house.
Can't go around our house, can't sit down and have coffee and talk to each other.
Why?
Playing us off against each other.
Play us off against each other, the kids don't. In my house, they have rules. In my house, they'll do everything. I look after these boys, and then when the mum comes...
It's changed.
They just change totally. They're just hanging off of her, dangling, carrying on with me, telling me what I am and what I aren't, and because they're not under my thing no more, so she's there, so they just know that they can do it.
You know, you're all here as family, and yet the boys don't want to even go and see their auntie or their nana because they're implementing what they feel is structure and discipline and boundaries and rules and, you know, giving them that nurturing that's needed and that guidance. And look at the strain now it's put,
between us.
you know, on the women in the family now. I met the boys before meeting you ladies. Why don't you take a look at the tape? Nice to meet you. I'm Jojo. Show me on the hand. Pleasure to meet you. Hi. Hi, Damani. How are you? So what are you boys up to?
No.
So I want to know what you boys get up to at home. Tell me all about the games, all the play times, all the things that you do.
Fighting.
Fighting? You fight with each other?
Yeah.
Yeah? Why? Why are you fighting?
We don't know.
You don't know, you just get into rough and tumble fighting?
Yeah.
And do you play nicely? Meaning, do you have fun when you're wrestling and fighting?
Yeah.
Or do you end up crying and someone gets hurt?
I'm not crying and somebody gets hurt.
They do?
Yeah.
And who's that?
Me and Romeo.
So, I know you said that you like to fight.
Yeah.
Okay, but what are the things that you do like to do when you're at home? Like, what do you play with? Like, what's your favourite games and your favourite toys?
The Xbox.
You play the Xbox. What do you play on that, Romeo?
Grand Theft Auto.
Sorry?
Grand Theft Auto.
You play Grand Theft Auto? That's for, like, really grown-up men, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not for younger boys. How did you get hold of that? Who gave you that?
My mummy.
Yeah? Well, what did you get that for?
I don't know.
Right, so what's that game all about? What do you have to do when you play
Fight
it? Like...
and punch and kick and swear.
Romeo's saying nothing. Do you help out at home?
No.
No? Do you help out at home, Romeo? Do you set the table?
No.
No? Do you get yourself a drink?
Yes.
Yeah? Do you sit down at the table and have meal times?
Yeah.
You do? Who sits at the table?
Both of us.
And who else?
Mummy.
Right. Well, it's been nice meeting you both. See you later.
Okay,
Have fun. Bye. What's that?
I just said I can't believe they said that about the game and.
What about the game?
About that Mummy gave them the game.
What is? They were lying or they were telling the truth?
No, they were telling the truth.
They
And we
telling the
tried to
truth?
take it off of them, didn't we? We deleted it. I deleted it, and then I don't know how they ended up back with it.
So how did they end up with that game? Because I believe it's...
They haven't played on that game for
18.
ages. They haven't.
Does that
And
make
they
it
were playing for
okay?
ages.
But does that make it okay?
No, it don't. No.
I mean, it's killing, running over. I mean, how old are they?
5 and 6.
I mean, how are they even playing games like that? It's not good enough for me to hear they haven't played it for ages. That's not good enough. You have to be 18. I mean, how old did you say they were?
5 and 6.
Exactly, 5 and 6. How did it even get into their possession to be playing? Becky, I want answers.
We believe
An old,
people.
I got it second hand with loads of games.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter how you got it. It doesn't matter how you got it. Why did you think that was okay?
It's just not funny. He's alive again, and it amuses him. And
No, it's not. I can't accept that. I cannot accept that. I cannot accept that. Why is it okay to, however you got hold of it, feel that these boys should be exposed to killing and running people over and violence? And why are you subjecting them to that exposure? Why would you do that? Somebody asked me why.
She doesn't realise that she's doing anything wrong. That it's bad because they're being quiet. As long as she's got an apple alive.
There's the age on the front that you have to be.
Yeah, and I've told her.
We've told.
You've told her?
Yeah, I've told her, and we removed it, and we deleted it off of her phone.
And then I don't think they played on it after that.
But by then they'd already
known about it.
Played it. And
at first, he was put on with sound down, didn't I? I used to think it wasn't as bad.
So you feel if it's got no sound
I don't
effects...
now, but I did at
then
first.
them
But
just watching the image...
Oh, there's no sound on it, but I know now how bad it is, I don't know.
You know, you're supposed to be doing what's right for them. You know, they're young children. You're exposing them to violence. You're exposing them to stuff they shouldn't be seeing. And kids grow up playing these games, wanting to simulate that. And quite frankly, it's your job to be exposing them to age-appropriate television if they are going to watch it. And when you start to just be mindful of the TV that they should be watching, you become more mindful of that. Then you're going to stop that aggression as well. They're watching stuff all the time. I mean, these boys, when I met them, what do? Fighting, fighting, fighting. Everything's fighting. Everything's violence. You know, when you've got children exposed to video games that, I mean, let's face it, are not age appropriate, it doesn't emotionally, they don't emotionally in their development grow any empathy. They're totally desensitised to anything that you and I would find horrific. I need you to come up with some answers here today, because it's really made a massive impact on your family. And it's still doing it, and it's your doing, Becky, it's your doing. It's not good enough just to stand there and go, I know. When are you going to start to listen to the women in your life who are trying to help you, to help your kids? Let's take a look at some more tape, please.
She just feels belittled, as if she can't cope, because she's had that most of her life, people telling her that, a person telling her she can't cope. She started to believe it. I'm scared that in the future I'll begin to resent the boys and Becky will begin to resent the boys because of the way they act.
I am definitely concerned for the future because the boys are 5 and 6 now. I am concerned that if I don't do something about it now, that it's just going to keep getting worse and worse to the point where I've lost all total control and I can't do anything.
I keep thinking, what are they going to be like when they're 15 and 16?
It just makes me feel really down and sad and like I'm letting them down, I'm letting myself down. Some days I feel like I'm just that emotionally drained that, yeah, some days I can cry nearly every day.
I want to be an auntie to the children. I want to be able to go out and do stuff with them together.
Yeah, some days I feel like I just want to walk out at dawn and not come back. I just want to get away from the chaos and the just hecticness.
So, what's the future for the boys?
At the minute, not good.
You're going to have to come better than that. Because right now, you're drawing that canvas. What's your boy's future? Because right now, it's in your hands, and you do have the power to make a really positive impact on your sons' lives. Right now, you are raising them to be young boys who will look at the first role model of a woman and disrespect you and continue to disrespect you. How are you teaching them as young boys to grow up respecting you as their mother, as a female, as a woman?
No, I've just lost all confidence.
It's not about losing the confidence with the boys. It's about understanding that you have your sister and your mum here who have been giving you, I have to say, sound advice.
She thinks that they're going to hate her forever, not like for 20 minutes. She thinks they're going to hate her forever.
That's a short phase.
Always feels like she's going to be the bad
parent. It's a short phase, it is. It's a short phase.
And we're firm with them and we tell them off, but then they still come and love us. They still give us an hug. They don't think any less of us.
You just need to change that mindset around. And I have to say, I know all the more you can do it because I know you've got 2 strong women by your side. What we're going to have is your sister and your mum say, listen to your mum and back you up that way, because whilst you're letting them take care of it, it's undermining you.
But they're doing it for the best. I know I don't like that. Yeah.
Right.
I want to be the one to tell them.
Exactly. So that's how they'll back you up. They'll give you the advice and what you need to do and the encouragement and be your cheerleader. Damn, girl, you've got 2 cheerleaders, right? One on each shoulder. It don't get better than that.
Oh,
it doesn't get better than that. But you can do it. Tell me you're going to do it for those 2 beautiful boys and for yourself.
Yeah, I'm going to do it.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I need you to do this. I need you to do this. Seriously, we need you to. Listen, I'm not even going to say best of luck because you don't need luck. Okay, you just need to listen and support each other and actually just stick together and keep giving those boys lots of love, but give them the guidance that they need. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks for watching Nurture. Make sure you subscribe for more modern parenting.